You guys ready for another Whammons moment? Girl who fell from Disney cruise ship was allegedly encouraged by mom to take a photo in open porthole. It's not included in this article, but she tried to blame the ship and the staff for this. Like, oh, well, you guys shouldn't have even allowed there to be open portholes like this. It's your fault this happened. Yeah, it's totally not her fault for putting her 5-year-old in an open porthole to take a photo. So I guess she can Instagram it or something. Yeah, it's clearly the fault of the ship and the staff. Yeah. Okay. All right, 5-year-old fell from porthole while posing for photos, rescued within 18 minutes by cruise personnel. Still a long time to spend in the ocean. What began as a mother's attempt to capture a picture-perfect vacation moment aboard a Disney Cruise Line's Disney Dream ended in tragedy. Well, it could have ended in tragedy, really. As police say, the 5-year-old girl plunged from a deck after being encouraged to climb into an open porthole. By who? By her mom. The rescue unfolded around 11:30 a.m. Sunday, June 29th on deck 4 of the Disney Dream ship while it was in international waters between the Bahamas and Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The Broward Sheriff's Office confirmed. According to the incident report obtained by Fox Digital, the family was walking on the 4th deck of the ship when they stopped to take a photo of the daughter. The incident took place in an area enclosed by a large decorative cutout designed to resemble a porthole in the side of a ship. The mother allegedly pointed to the porthole railing, and the daughter climbed on the railing and sat down. The daughter lost her balance and fell backwards off the railing into the ocean. Such good parenting. The young girl fell from deck 4 of the ship, 49 feet from the surface of the international waters. After the girl's mother alerted her husband, who didn't see the incident, he jumped into the ocean to save his daughter. At least one of the parents is doing his fucking job. BSO detective said after the 37-year-old father found his daughter, he treaded water until they were rescued by Disney Cruise Line rescue personnel on a tender that was launched from the ship. So you know these cruise ships are fucking trained for this. Like, yeah, we deal with drunk idiots all the time. It's not really that much different, sending one of these boats out for a drunk moron or a kid. Passengers were alerted that someone had fallen overboard by an announcer over the ship's loudspeakers, passengers said in a Facebook post. Dwayne Smith, another passenger, wrote on Facebook that man overboard rang across the loudspeaker as rescue teams sprang into action. Lots of praying folks on this ship. Both the little girl and her dad were successfully rescued. If the dad hadn't jumped in, that kid would have been dead. Like, pretty much guaranteed. So, the mom did everything she could to ruin the vacation, and the dad saved it. Now, the girl, according to Broward Health Medical Center, suffered from mild hypothermia, minor lactic acidosis, excessive buildup of lactic acid in the blood, and no injuries from the fall. The father had hypothermia, lactic acidosis, and 2 spinal fractures, the medical center said. Dude, he kept this up with a broken back. And I bet when they got home, his wife still refused to take any responsibility. Oh, why do you expect me to take care of you? It's your fault you jumped out and hurt your back. How is this my problem? In a July 31st memo, Broward Assistant State Attorney Melissa Carey decided not to charge the girl's mother with child neglect resulting in great bodily harm. Of course, if it was the dad that did it, though, he would have been getting charged. But since it's a Whammons, this Whammons almost lost her daughter and her husband. Hasn't she suffered enough? And while the defendant was irresponsible, her act of facilitating the victim's position on the railing was an isolated incident that resulted from a momentary lapse in proper judgment and unawareness of surrounding circumstances. No, I think it should definitely be an aggravating factor that she then tried to blame the crew and the ship for this. This almost sounds premeditated. And the child did not sustain any injuries, and the defendant immediately acquired help to rescue her daughter. So because she told her husband and he jumped in to save her and hurt himself in the process, that makes what she did okay. She said she's sorry. Hasn't she suffered enough? The mom also denied having any previous allegations of child abuse. The memo said the girl had previously taken swim lessons, but she could not swim. Well, dude, she's 5 years old. And if she did swim, it was in a shallow fucking pool. There's no way a 5-year-old is going to survive in the open ocean. Whew, man. Like, what were they thinking was going to happen there? And when the girl fell overboard, her body was too small to trigger the man overboard ship sensors. The girl's father, who did not see the incident but heard the mother's screams, jumped overboard to rescue his daughter. The man triggered the man overboard sensors, the memo said. He found his daughter in the water and held onto her until they were rescued. Yeah, and that's the only reason she survived. If her dad wouldn't have jumped in after her, that would have been the end. God dang, man. And of course, the Whammons taken no responsibility. But is anyone surprised?